In Botswana, people share everything. And when I was there, I had a really unique chance to see how effectively and efficiently the system works within the context of their culture. So when I came back to the United States, I had sort of a unique mindset and a new set of eyes to see how could this system work effectively within the context of our culture. So through Startup Weekend, we actually had kind of a fun time to get some validation from other people and see, are they sharing and why are they sharing, and if they're not, why aren't they, what's standing in the way? We actually had a lot of fun getting this information. So some of the things that people said, I mean, seemed pretty obvious. Maybe people don't ask, or they moved far away from their sisters or their roommates from college, or their closets in their dorm room look like that, which is a mess, and not in any way approachable or easy to look through. Another thing people kept asking for was some sort of solution for all of their unused clothing if they're either losing weight or have recently become a mom because they had a surplus of clothing in their closet that they weren't currently using. And what we found is that of the people that we talked with, actually 2/3 of all of their closets were not being used at all. So what we wanted to come up with was a good way to activate the rest of this closet. So Sharecloset is a social media platform that facilitates the process of sharing clothing, shoes, and accessories among friends. So users are able to upload the images of their items that they're willing to share or swap or sell if they're ready to be done with it forever. And then we eliminate all of the dirty work. So we keep track of who's borrowed what from whom. We send reminders to your friends for you so that you don't have to harass them when you want your stuff back. And we also organize everything in a very easy to approach format so that your friends can see clearly what it is that you have available for sharing or selling.
So this platform only has sharing right now, but we will add in selling and swapping in the future. So when you want to borrow clothes from your friends, you click on your circle, you click on your friend's picture, and then you can browse through their closet, pick an item that you want to borrow, we'll pick a dress, and then there will be multiple pictures, a description. These will be direct tags of exactly what's going up into a user's closet. So size small, which designer, exactly what they are. And then if you want to borrow it, you click the borrow button, and the lending terms come up. So this is where you set the tone for what you want to do with your clothes right at the beginning. So you are able to say whether you want your things returned dirty, if it's okay to relend them or take them on vacation. If you agree to those terms, Andrea will get a notification in her inbox, and she can tell me when she wants her item back.
So we had great feedback. These are actual images that people uploaded to our temporary Facebook page that we made just for Startup Weekend. So we were really excited to see the response. We actually have a friend that we made today who actually came out to support us today, so we're really excited to see her. She was actually using Threadflip and Poshmark, which are two similar ways to activate the rest of your closet. They focus on selling only, so we include the option of sharing. And she was about to call them and say, we need this over here on the East Coast. And then she heard about us today in Panera Bread and said, I want to use Sharecloset instead. So we're really excited about that. Sharecloset sits right in the middle of the intersection between three different industries. So there's the sharing economy, which has grown by 25% since last year, the fashion industry, which is of course huge, and big data. So we intend to tap into these three industries in a variety of ways. The sharing economy will take 15% of anything sold on our site. The fashion industry, we plan on acting as an affiliate between ourselves and any designers and retailers represented on our site. And we believe through an affiliate process such as Skimlinks, we would be able to take between 3 and 7% of anything.
So Sharecloset is fashion on the front, data on the back. So this means that how we're going to monetize the big data industry is that we are going to offer a monthly subscription for designers and retailers, and they will have access to their competitors' direct projections. So this is exactly what a designer would see if they log into Sharecloset. So you can, upwards of anthropology, you can decide exactly which designer you want to see. You'll be able to see which people are sharing, who's selling, what their favorite sizes are, colors, styles, and then you can see the top shared brands.
So one thing that we were really excited about this weekend was to have our strategy for data validated by a retail giant here in Pittsburgh who said that they recently increased their tech budget to $1 billion. and that the majority of that would be focused and allocated for consumer-facing technology, which could greatly benefit from data similar to ours. Our launch strategy, we plan on partnering with sororities and tech companies or boutiques, some of which have already reached out to us. We plan to roll out on college campuses by incentivizing people who come to these launch parties, which will be centered in the 25 biggest college towns in our country. And then we'll incentivize them to upload and use our site and tell their friends.
Give it up to Sharecloset.
Okay, so having a closet that I probably only use 1/3 of, and I answered your survey. So,
thank you.
yes, absolutely, I saw that. I actually want to sell it, I don't want to share it.
Okay.
So, but then that's a pain. So are you saying that I would have to try all these things on and take pictures of myself and post them?
So you don't necessarily have to try everything on. You could, of course, lay it all out, take a picture on your phone. It would automatically upload into Sharecloset, similar to what Instagram does. So the way that and use existing images. So if you tag the item as this is a shirt from Nordstrom this size,
Right.
that affiliate link will be able to pull in the rest of the images from our website.
And so the sharing, I could share with anyone?
So you're more comfortable sharing with the people you know better.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to put a structure in place similar to Google Plus, where you could develop different circles of friends where you would be more comfortable sharing certain items. And we had decided that we would leave it up to the user to decide which items they want to share with certain groups.
And so then the return and the damaging that might occur?
So that's all covered in the lending terms. So you set everything on the front end. You put all the terms on the front so you know exactly what you're getting into. And then we'll have a rating system. So if something happens to your item, it gets destroyed, the person who you returned it to will be able to give you a rating based on that.
Oh, so then that'll be rated for the world, so
Yes.
everyone will know, don't share it with her again. I've never had that happen, right?
No? John? Mike?
So as a recovering retailer, I could see a lot of value in knowing what's in my customers' closets. How would you organize the data so it would be of value to a large retail company?
So
And the second question is, what incentive do you have? My wife used to wear a lot of her friends' clothes, but she would just go over to her closet and they would do a less technical swap. So what incentives are built in for people to use the platform, and how are you going to organize data so big retailers would be able to see value in it?
So for big retailers, we would organize the data based on their competitor. So say American Eagle wants to see everything about Anthropologie. They can see exactly which styles Anthropologie put out, which ones were the most popular, which items were shared the most, which items were swapped the most, and then they can see
requested the most.
Yeah, which ones were requested the most. So that information will be part of the data package.
Based even on, I don't mean to cut you off, based even on location, so you can decide if you just want to see Pittsburgh, you can decide if you want to see what was shared in Pennsylvania, what was shared across the country.
So the incentives for users, we had decided to build a fashion profile. So you want to become the most influential fashion person in your circle. So what you do is spend as much time on our website as you can. You upload as many items, multiple pictures, you tag it multiple times, and the better your information becomes to other people, the higher up your rating goes. So if you have a very high rating, we would offer things like gift cards, free things from your favorite designer, which we'll be able to track, things like that.
Sharecloset.